Emma Nelson. Here's a look at what's going on this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. The Vatican's Congregation for Divine Worship and the Sacraments has recently issued a document that said bishops should look at ways to help verify and guarantee the validity and worthiness of the bread and wine used for the celebration of the Eucharist. The document said that because bread and wine for the Eucharist are no longer supplied just by religious communities, bishops should set up guidelines, an oversight body, and or even a form of certification to help remove any doubt about the validity of the matter for the Eucharist. The document was sent to diocesan bishops at the request of Pope Francis on June 15th, the Feast of the Body and Blood of Christ. It was just made public by the Vatican on July 8th. In news from around the world, after a peace agreement was reached last year between the Colombian government and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC, the process for reintegration and turning in weapons is still continuing for the guerrilla soldiers. While this is going on, young students from around the country have developed an initiative they hope will begin the healing of the 53-year-old conflict. Rome Reports has more from Colombia.
This was one of the 2,200 letters that young people, including FARC victims, sent to the guerrillas. It's part of the Letters for Reconciliation initiative that traveled through the whole country after being promoted by Christian Palacios.
Cartas por la Reconciliación nace.
Letters for Reconciliation is a youth initiative by young people who see the need to close the gap between the cities and the people who are currently abandoning their arms. These students' aim is to write 6,900 letters, which also happens to be the exact number of guerrilla soldiers still present. The students visit the camps where the rebels currently reside and read their letters out loud. The guerrilla members have been able to respond with a warmth of their own, thanking them for their forgiveness.
La primera entrega la hicimos en Caldono, Cauca.
Our first delivery was in Caldono, Cauca. We had approximately 340 letters to deliver. Absolutely everyone there received them very kindly and with great emotion. They said nobody had been expecting a letter from someone in the city because they believed no one in the city was interested in writing to them. They immediately responded with letters of their own, showing their appreciation.
One of the
things that makes me proud and happy when I see you is that we are not alone. We are all together. You have started a revolution. You've protested through the student movement. FARC has already delivered 60% of their weapons to United Nations supervisors, as had been agreed upon with the government. Perhaps this gesture will help heal the wounds created in this long conflict.
In news from around the country, more than 2,000 people gathered at the Basilica of the National Shrine of Mary, Queen of the Universe in Orlando for the 12th National Black Catholic Congress. The Congress was held from July 6th through the 9th and brought together clergy, lay, and religious speakers who addressed a variety of topics and concerns facing black communities and families. During his homily at the opening Mass, Father Patrick Smith, pastor of St. Augustine Parish in Washington, said it was important for the community to talk about its struggles, but it also must talk about the redemptive power of God on the cross. He added, while racism ultimately leads to death, a spiritual suicide in our souls, the truths of the gospel sets lives free. Ghanaian Cardinal Peter Turkson, prefect of the Vatican Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, offered the opening keynote address, saying there is no gospel for Africans, there is no gospel for Americans, there is no gospel for Italians or Europeans. There is one gospel for all of us, created in the image and likeness of God. We seek to respond to it. God's children all belong together. More news now from around the world. The international celebration of World Youth Day is slowly getting closer. The celebration is taking place from January 22nd to the 27th, 2019 in Panama City, Panama. Schedules and new information continue to be updated, including the theme song for the event was just officially released. Rome Reports has the details.
Panama. The World Youth Day of Panama 2019 already has a theme song, and it sounds like this. The song is written by Abdiel Jimenez, a catechist in Panama. He won the contest, out of which 55 other theme song proposals were submitted. The organization will prepare a music video to coincide with the song, but in the meantime, it has released this video to help youth memorize the lyrics and ignite excitement. The song unites melody and lyrics with the motto of this celebration: let it be to me according to your word. The song unites melody and lyrics with the motto of this celebration: "Let it be to me according to your word." The author says that it is based on three great concepts: Our Lady, evangelization, and the joy that must be present in the life of every Christian, which will then leave a mark on the hearts of those who participate in this biggest Catholic world event.
For all information regarding World Youth Day 2019 in Panama, you can visit worldyouthday.com. And finally in the news, on August 21st of this year, for the first time in 99 years, a solar eclipse will take place along a 70-mile wide path from coast to coast. Jesuit brother Guy Consolmagno, director of the Vatican Observatory, said the eclipse will give millions of people the opportunity to step back from everyday concerns and appreciate how the universe works. The August eclipse will take about 90 minutes to cross the country on a diagonal path from Oregon to South Carolina. Maximum eclipse at 2 minutes and 40 seconds takes place in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, where parishioners at St. Peter and Paul Church in town have been planning for months for the event. Brother Consolmagno will join parishioners for the eclipse, and in days leading up to it will be speaking to students at the parish school, as well as give a talk about faith and science at the parish. The entire country, including Alaska and Hawaii, all of Canada, all of Mexico, and even northern South America will be seeing a partial eclipse. Well, that's all the information we have for you at this time. I'm Kevin Nelson. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.